What would happen if your mom took away your phone for a whole day? What would be on your mind? You'd wonder if she saw the stories you posted, if there were any discussions in your friend's WhatsApp group, or if you missed any important live streams. You fall into an anxious cycle of hours and hours, only to realize that the whole day without your phone was really just 2 hours, and in that time you already felt completely lost. If you want to kill that feeling of being addicted to your phone, listen up, because I'm about to give you some tips that could change that. The devouring effect of social media. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, have we lost ourselves? Being glued to your phone isn't just a choice, it's a lifestyle that can have significant consequences. Personal social interactions, going out and experiencing the world, everything is influenced by the ubiquity of social media. When our lives are dominated by clicks and scrolls, face-to-face interactions lose importance. Meeting people, enjoying small talk, and spontaneous laughter are all overshadowed by likes and moments that we perceive as entertaining. The quest for approval in the form of likes and comments turns us into actors in our own lives, recreating moments to impress an audience. We simply create an image, and often a false one. But I think that what we lose the most is time, that precious resource that they say is worth gold for some reason, isn't it? I know we have a lot of time, especially when you're young, but if you get too distracted, that time flies away. So I ask you, how many hours a day do we spend scrolling and swiping on TikTok? Authentic experiences are replaced by the screen, and what could have been a day full of real moments becomes a series of clicks and interactions that never really happen. Because of course you're too interested in Demi Lovato starting to follow Taylor Swift on Instagram. You'll even watch a 40-minute video about it, but does it benefit you in any way? Sure, everyone has the right to use their time as they see fit, but trust me, you're letting go of one of the best resources we have, and you're going to miss it one day. Go back to that dinner with your friends where you spent 80% of the time taking selfies and posting stories. Instead of creating moments, you'd rather create memories. Memories that you make public and that cease to be anything more personal. So I invite you to put down your phone in the evening with friends and go back to the traditional, board games, a simple walk, or even just sitting and talking for hours. Surely you've experienced this annoyance when you're talking to someone about something interesting. Then a notification arrives for the other person. In the middle of the conversation, they check their phone, leaving you talking alone, and when they return to the conversation, the chemistry is gone. Free your mind from digital captivity. So we have to ask ourselves, what happens when we choose to click less and live more? Freeing our minds from digital captivity has amazing benefits. The brain, freed from the constant stimulation of social media, has the opportunity to breathe and focus on what's important. A free mind of social media addiction can experience improved focus and creativity. Without constant distractions, it becomes easier to dive into deep projects and engage in tasks that require effort and attention. Compare a mind that doesn't click as often to a phone-addicted mind. The former is like a clear and unobstructed sky, while the latter is like a stormy sky, constantly checking the phone for empty notifications. A day without the phone versus a day with the phone. Now imagine a day without the phone. In the morning, you get up without the urgency of checking notifications. You go outside, greet the neighbors, feel the sun on your face without the need to document it in an Instagram story. Instead of wasting time on a screen, you can read a book, exercise, enjoy nature, or learn something new. Time becomes your ally, and every moment counts toward building real experiences. Now, contrast that with a typical day on the phone. The morning starts with the need to see who responded to the meme you shared at 2 a.m. yesterday. Every moment is interrupted by the sound of an upcoming message. Your day is fragmented into small doses of social but not personal interaction, leaving little room for life outside the screen. Digital detox. And I know that breaking free from social media addiction can seem like an overwhelming task, but with determination and small changes, it is possible. Here are some practical tips. Create phone-free schedules. Set specific times to check your social media instead of doing it all the time. Limit notifications. Reduce interruptions by activating only important notifications. Find other forms of entertainment. Discover new activities you're passionate about that aren't tied to a screen. Connect with the real world. Get out there and make real connections that don't depend on clicks and likes. Set disconnect goals. Set aside specific days or periods of time to avoid social media completely. I want to make something important clear, and it's that it's not only about completely eliminating the use of social media from your life. On the contrary, it can be very useful when used correctly. It's all about knowing what your limit can be and if you're willing to do it for your health, both mentally and emotionally, because believe it or not, in the long run, like any addiction, it will affect you. Or how do you feel when you don't have internet or mobile data? Have you ever been without your phone because it broke or the battery died and you didn't have a charger? You must have felt too much anxiety and despair. So I ask again, will you dare to disconnect in order to connect? Choose a life beyond screens, where reality far surpasses any Instagram filter.